Welcome. I'm trying to get some jams going for the background. Let's put this on. Why no one aid never disappoints.
Oh, shit.
One of these days. Anyway, this is the first episode of the Kawola podcast. I get a special guest, the producer, Azpekt, in the building.
What up?
And whenever we're chilling, we always just be talking about some real shit.
Always
So I
the
figured
deepest.
it'd be best to have you on the first episode, because then it's bound to be something. And you said you wanted to talk about aliens.
Yeah, I'm always talk about aliens.
Right. And you wanted to talk about hallucinogenics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And religion.
Yeah, those are some...
Maybe some politics. Maybe.
Right. I'm all about the, like you said, the free-form conversations. Whatever comes to mind for me is always, why the hell can't my music play? This is wild. I use this all day at work, and then it's not going to work.
First podcast has to have technical difficulties.
It has to.
What up, 5-0?
Oh, you saw the piggies? Oh, they are chilling. That'd be awesome to get arrested on the first episode. They'll just, or if I got killed, then if you guys subscribe to the channel before I get killed by the police, please don't do it after. Don't do it after I get killed by the police, because then I'll get to enjoy that. Please. I'll just talk about that, because that's still, this weighs on me. After having my wife tell me I should feel wrong about how black people, like she says, there's black people that are racist against white people, and I'm like, do you understand why? Do you understand why they're scared and they seem racist to white people? Because they don't want to be around them, because they have either been done wrong or have family members that are done wrong. Like I could complete, like, Farrakhan and the black leaders, Malcolm X, who they killed. Oh, I could talk about him. Remember Malcolm X? So these guys, these leaders, back in the day, proposed that they wanted to either get a little chunk of the United States so they could prove that they could run a society without the interference of police officers and justice systems and everything. They wanted to do it all themselves. They said, let us get a little chunk of land, or give us a little money and send us back to Africa, like you guys were saying. I would never go nowhere, personally. I'm happy here.
Yeah, we want to live in
For real, dude, like, there's no way. No. Like, if you had some money and you just up and went there and kept to yourself, sure. But to try to just jump into that society, no thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, most black people here today are Americans and have been Americans for a very long time.
And their parents.
And their parents.
And their grandparents. Like, what?
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah, it'd be...
As if they like, the country is based upon freedom and letting immigrants come here, but that's not how they got here in the first place. They got taken or sold and brought here, not by their will, stripped of their religion. Just for full context, stripped of their religion, a lot of them killed.
They weren't allowed to learn how to read or write.
They didn't get to read or write, and then when they did, they got taught shitty, so bad that it took a long time for smart enough black people, which is terrible to say for me. It's hard to say, but it's truthfully, it's true. It took a while for them to get smart enough to realize that they were being done wrong. So then they finally get over being slaves. finally get being over slaves, and they're normalized citizens with the same rules, and then get double standards at the banks, get treated terrible by the police, get handed guns and drugs. And,
by the government.
Yeah, by the government.
By the government.
I saw this, I don't know what I was watching last night, but this guy said, you think of the United States like our father or our parents, and they handle their issues with guns. So what do you expect? The people, their children, what do you get? They're going to lead by example.
Lead by example, right? Exactly,
so,
yeah.
That's why those countries overseas that don't have guns and their violence is like, their crimes and stuff are way down. Like, how is that not spreading? How are people, like, all the good things that happen in other places of the world, why are these people, or at least the United States, who has, like, the ability to reach, like, if enough people stand up, they can make change, but it's not organized enough.
Well, that's one big thing, like, I think about, like, a lot of European countries are a lot smaller than the U.S., so I think about more like on states, you know, where, like, if we gave a lot more state control back and less federal control, it'd be a lot easier, because then you could manage, you know, each state would be responsible for managing a smaller number of people.
Right.
Which is why shit works in Norway and Sweden and Switzerland and those countries, is Denmark, because there's not that many people. There's not 300 and some million people there.
True. More people.
More people. But our federal government has way too much control, and they're the ones trying to...
Yeah, they keep... Yeah, that's... Okay, this is what makes me the most mad, I think. Millionaires piss me off. Yeah. Everyone that's a millionaire pisses me off. Because you look at these bad cities and you ask yourself why. There's a lot of people there. A shitload of people. So there's going to be more crime inevitably. The jobs not looking good.
No.
And the ones that are not providing enough money so that your family can excel. Like, you could survive. But unless
you're making gains,
right? You can't. Yeah, and that. Yeah, it's so much harder. It's so much harder. I
don't think people are supposed to live in large, like, clusters like that.
No,
it's weird. Crime always goes up.
Yeah. Okay. This is why I think you're 100% right, and I think why is because we lose that neighbor mentality. We stop helping each other, so then we're more focused on ourselves.
Yeah, when you have so many neighbors, you don't care about them. But when you live by, you know, like 3 or 4 people that you see all the time, you're more inclined to give them your sugar.
Dang. So, exactly. So, back to these millionaires and why I don't like them. I love them, but I don't like them because they need to pull their money and be like, let's help these bad cities. Let's clean them up. Pay the police a little more so they'll not be afraid to do their job. Train the police. That should not even go without saying. Train the dang police.
I know. The training of the police is a huge thing. I worked with a guy who is